talking about multiplying one-digit factors, okay? Now, we'll work it out on the board. You'll work it out on your piece of paper as we go along, okay? But right now, we're talking about multiplying one-digit factors, okay? And what we're going to talk about is how we can split one factor, okay? If you'll look in your book there, the first problem we got is 8 times 7, okay? 8 times 7. You want to write that down on your paper, okay? Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to split one of our factors, okay? So we're going to split the 7. We've got 8 times 7. We're going to split this 7 and get 5 plus 2, like that. You see that? You should have that down on your paper, just like that, just like I have it down on mine. Okay, so I got 8 times 7, and I'm going to split one of the factors, which is, in this case, is 7. Okay, now so it's going to be 8 times 7, and I'll have a little factor tree, and 5 plus 2. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to draw our rectangle. Okay. Remember how we did the commutative property the other day? We're going to draw, our grid. Okay. So what our grid's going to look like is a square. Okay. I want it to be 8 rows and 7 columns. All right? Okay? 7 columns and 8 rows. See that? Don't be scared to draw it big. We got more paper. Draw them as big as you need. Honestly, the bigger you draw it, the better you're going to be able to see it. Plain paper. Okay, now after we got that drawn, we want to split our grid up. Okay, we want to split our rectangle up into our equation. Alright, so right now, okay, I've got 8 times 5 and 8 times 2. Okay, so I want to go, I know I've got 8 rows. Alright, so I want to count over 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm going to split this right here. Draw a little bit longer line right here. All right, you see that? And in the book, you can see how it's got it drawn. All right, so we know that we've got 8 down this side, 5 here, and 2 here. Okay, so I know 8 times 7 is the same thing as 8 times 5 plus 8 times 2. All right, you see how that's going to work? You guys got that drawn, you got it represented. See, now you need to draw. You need to put an 8 on this side, 5 up here, 2 right here, just like I got mine drawn. Then you want your equation right here, 8 times 5, 8 times 2. Alright, now on step 3, this is going to kind of show what we're getting at here. We've got 2 separate equations, okay? We want to find the product for each smaller rectangle. See right here, we've drawn 2 rectangles. We've got a large rectangle and a smaller rectangle, okay? We want to find the product for both rectangles, okay? So my first equation is what? 8 times 5. My second equation is what? 8 times 2. Okay, and now we just want the answer for those. What's 8 times 5? 5's are easy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Huh? Do your 5s. 5. 40. Okay, 8 times 5 is 40. Alright, Charles, what's 8 times 2? Get your earphone out of your ear. What's 8 times 2? 16, good. Alright, now the fourth and final step is we want to add the products. Okay? Add the products. Right here's our product. We know the product is what? The answer to a multiplication problem. Okay, so we want to add my products. So I got 40 plus 16 equals what? 56. And then I want to go 8 times 7 equals what? You're not understanding. This is a pattern. I'm trying to show you a pattern within multiplication. Okay? 8 times 7 is 56. Okay? Right now, we are multiplying 1-digit factors. Okay, we know these are what? These are 1-digit factors. Okay, we're multiplying 1-digit factors. It's easy to say that we struggle with multiplying, right? Sometimes, and this lesson is geared towards showing you a way that 8 times 7 can be broken down into a couple different ways, okay? I've got 8 times 7 in step number 1, okay? In step number 2, we broke that down in a factor of, we factored 7, okay? 5 plus 2 equals 7. So in step 2, I know that 8 times 5 plus 8 times 2 equals 8 times 7. Is that confusing you a little bit? Okay, look. We're breaking one of these numbers down into easier numbers to work with. Okay, if I look at you and say, multiply 8 times 7, those are 2 hard numbers to multiply, right? Okay, what are 2 easy numbers to multiply by? 5 and 2. Okay, 5 and 2 are both patterns. Alright, so we broke 7 down into 5 and 2. So now I'm going to multiply 8 times 5 and 8 times 2. Okay, like we did in step number 2. Alright, then I brung those down, and I got the product of 8 times 5 and 8 times 2, which is here. Okay, and that gave me the product of 8 times 7, okay? This is just kind of the opening. I know it's a little bit confusing right now, but as we go along, you're going to figure out the pattern, okay? Multiplication is all about a pattern of numbers that we use, okay? This was the I do. All right, I did this, I demonstrated, I modeled. Now we're going to get into the we do. Okay, we're going to do it together. All right, you're going to need another sheet of paper. We'll leave this up here kind of as a guide. All right, put your head up, Charles. The next equation we got is 9 times 6. Put it at the top of your paper. 9 times 6. Okay. So now we're going to break 9 down. Two numbers added together that equal 9.
5 plus 4.
Right, 5 plus 4. Okay, so that's what your paper should look like. Then we're going to draw our rectangles, our graphs. Step number 2. Okay. So now, how many rows am I going to have?
8.
8.
No, 9.
Okay, how many columns am I going to have? 6. Got 9 rows and 6 columns. I've got mine drawn. You got yours drawn? Okay. Okay. Now our drawing is going to be just a little bit different. Instead of having one number on the side, 2 numbers up top, in this one we're going to have 2 numbers on the side and 1 up top, okay? So up top, I know I'm working with 6, okay? Then I want to draw a line through the 5th row. Alright? So I've got 5 up here, 4 down here. Alright, so this is 5 times 6 and 4 times 6. Okay, you see that? Now, step 3. I want to find my products. So I've got 2 equations now. I've got 5 times 6, and I've got 4 times 6. Okay? What's 5 times 6?
Oh, 16.
What?
5.
So Somebody said it. Don't guess. 30. What's 4 times 6? 4 times 6.
Oh,
4 times 6. Six,
16.
not 16. 4 times 6, okay?
20.
20. Not 20. 4 times 6, okay? I've got 6. I've got 4 equal groups of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. Four equal groups of 6. Okay, remember, this is a build-up of what we've been going over. It's nothing new. Now, step number 4, I add my products together. Okay, so I've got 30 plus 24 and 9 times 6 should equal the same thing. What's 30 plus 24? Where's it? Did you not bring your calculators?
54.
Well, you can get a stab at the calculator, Brenda. 54. 8 times 6 is what?
54.
Hopefully 54. No, go get the blue one.
Batteries.
Yeah, they got batteries. Yeah. 54. 9 times 6. Let's see. If you don't have yours, I'll use mine.
10 times.
No.
They look like
It's, I accidentally wrote. I messed up. Alrighty. Well, if I find my calculator. 9 times 6 is 54. Why need that? Beth, why are you walking through here?
Because I'm right back here.
Oh. Now we've done 2 of them. Are you seeing a pattern? Are you noticing a pattern? Not noticing a pattern? You're noticing a pattern, Charles? What kind of pattern are we noticing?
54.
Huh? No, has nothing to do with the answers. Has nothing to do with the answers. Has everything to do with multiplying 1-digit factors. Okay?
They all equal the same somehow.
It has nothing to do with the answers. Guys, you're getting too caught up in the answers. It's the process. Okay? What did we do to 8 times 7? We broke it down. Instead of multiplying 8 times 7, we multiplied 8 times 5 and 8 times 2. Okay, same way we did here with 9 times 6. We broke 9 down. Now we're multiplying 5 times 6 and 4 times 6. Okay, should be easier numbers to work with. Go on to the next one. Same thing, we're still same thing.
You need another piece of paper?
Yeah, we'll need another piece of paper. Should be on your 3rd sheet. Alright, we're talking about multiplying 1-digit factors, guys. Our next equation is 8 times 8. 8 times 8. Eight times 8. Now use a calculator like an 8th grader, not a kindergartner. Is it not coming on? You just share it. I I know, we don't, right now in this step, right, on the first step, we don't want the product. We don't want the answer. Okay? What do we want to do? We got 8 times 8. We're breaking it down. Step number 2 is breaking it down. Well, actually, step number 1. Sorry. 2 numbers that equal 8 added together. 4 plus 4. This one's easy. 4 plus 4. Alright. Step number 1, we broke the problem down. Step number 2, we want to draw our rectangles. So what's our, how many rows are we going to have this time?
4.
Huh?
4. 8.
8. How many columns?
4. Oh, 8.
8 and 8. 8 and 8. Charles, quit with the pencil, please. Okay, should have a 8 by 8 rectangle. That's not very good effort by you, Charles. Could be a lot better, bud. Okay? You got yours drawn, Willie? Alright, not bad. Now we know we got 8 at the top, got 8 rows. I'm sorry, 8 columns. Now we're going to cut this in half of the line. I've got 4 up here. I've got 4 down here. Alright, so this is going to be 4 times 8 and 4 times 8. See that, Charles? Get your head up and pay attention, please. Now we want to find the product of both the smaller rectangles, which is going to be 4 times 8 equals something, equals a number. 4 times 8 equals another number. Okay, so what is 4 times 8? 32. 4 times 8 again is obviously 32. And step number 4, we want to add our products. 32 plus 32 equals what? Charles, put your head up, get your pencil in your hand.
64.
Write down what we're supposed to be writing down. 64, good, Willie. So that tells me that 8 times 8 should equal, what should 8 times 8 equal? Should equal 64. See, Willie, that you going back to the calculator tells me you're not grasping what I'm.
No, I didn't. So I'm trying to catch up and not look back.
Okay, but understand, we're multiplying 1-digit factors, okay, which means we're multiplying a number less than 10 by another number less than 10, okay, 1 digit. Step number 1, we want to break one of them down. All right, so we got 8 times 8 here. Obviously, we're going to break an 8 down, and we'll have 8 times 4 and 8 times 4. Okay, step 3, we find the product of those, 32 and 32. Step number 4, add the products together, leaves us with 64. We know that 8 times 8 is 64. Okay, what this is doing, guys, this is a lesson designed. Who was that? Looking for us?
Office, she's gonna get, Annette, office. She didn't say what was, yeah.
Does they need me?
Yeah, but she said it was okay, she was gonna get Annette,
So are you getting a better understanding of what we're trying to accomplish here? Okay, let's go on to the next one. All right. Practice number 3. Our equation now is 6 times 8, kind of similar. Alright, we're going to break one of these numbers down in step 1. We'll go ahead and break 8 down. We already know it from the last one. 2 numbers added together equal 8 are 4. 4 plus 4. Now, could this be 6 plus 2? It could be. Any 2 numbers that equal 8. Any 2 numbers added together that equal 8. 2 plus 6. 3 plus 5. 4 plus 4. Whatever. Alright? 7 plus 1. Could do that. Okay, so step 2, we're going to draw our rectangles. Okay, now I've got 6 rows, 8 columns. I've got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to draw a line right down to 4. So I've got 4 over here, 4 over here. This is going to be 6 times 4, and 6 times 4. Alright, you see that? Got that wrote down, Charles?
4 across.
No, it's 8 across, 6 up, 8 across. So I got 6 rows and 8 columns. Got it? Now just label your numbers. Should have right there, and then 4 here, and 6 over here. Alright, so our equations are going to be what this time? Equations are going to be what? Charles, head up please. What? 6 times 4. Okay? 6 times 4. 6 times 4. What does 6 times 4? What's the product of 6 and 4? Product of 6 and 4. We did. $24. So I got the product of my equations. Now I want to add my products. 24 plus 24 equals, don't have to guess, you got a calculator, 48. So that should tell us that 6 times 8 equals what? 48. Good. Catching on. Now the last one we're going to do together, 8 times 9, multiplying one-digit factors. 8 times 9, step 1, we want to break one of the factors down. Okay? Since we've already broken 8 down twice, we're going to go with 9. Alright? So, two numbers added together that equal 9 are what? 6 plus 3, yeah. But if it was me, 5 is fairly 5 plus 4 is what I would use.
We did that already.
I know. We did that at the beginning, but it doesn't. That's what I'm trying to show you guys is it's a pattern. Okay, and the reason I would use 5 plus 4. What's one of the easiest numbers to multiply by? 5. Like we've said, 2 or 3 times already, it's a pattern. Okay, and 4, it's fairly easy to do as well. It's a lot easier than multiplying, 8 times 9. Okay, so we want to draw our rectangles. I'm going to have 8 rows, 9 columns. I got 8 rows and 9 columns. You boys got them? Yep. Okay. So I know if I got 8 times 9, my 8th will be on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I want to draw a line dividing 5 on one side, 4 on the other of this triangle. So it would be 5 over here. Over here, so it's going to be 8 times 5, and what is this going to be? This rectangle is what?
5.
No, I got 5 on this side, so that just,
5 times 4.
not 5 times 4,
8 times
8 times 4. Okay, so now I've got 2 equations for step 3. 8 times 5 equals 8 times 4 equals a number. So answer these equations for me. 8 times 5, 8. Get a calculator. 8 times 5. Don't guess. Use your calculator. Is it 40?
Yeah.
Alright. 8 times 4.
40. Oh,
8 times 5 is 40. I don't think 8 times 4
yeah,
would be
I'm
40.
sorry.
But all you would need to do is minus 8 from this number. 32. 40 plus 32, step number 4. Add my products. 40 plus 32 equals
40?
40 plus 32 equals 40.
No, as our other patterns, everything is the same on the bottom. It's what I-
40 plus 32 is what? 72. So that tells me that 8 times 9 is what?
72.
72. this is multiplying one-digit factors. And we got an exit ticket for you guys to do on your own. Same step-by-step situations that we just did on 5 of these problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems. I did the first one, then we worked through 3 together. Now, you do the exit ticket on your own. 5 times 6, okay? Your paper should look exactly like this. You've already worked through 4 of them with me. So it should be fairly, a lot similar than what we've been doing. Not 5 times 6, 7 times 6, Charles. It's not on the board.
I heard 5 times
7 times 6. 7 times 6. Here's the book. How long has it been going?
36 minutes.
Oh, it's good.